go to every single party. You do not need to throw that ass back on every boy at your school. Cut that shit out. It's not cute, sis.
She'll throw it back after she hit.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can see by the title, is a high school advice video. So I have 10 really good advices for you new high schoolers out there, freshmen or 8th grade. If you're going to high school next year, you might want to watch this video. Or maybe you're a senior and you just don't know how to do the high school thing. This video is for you. And before I get into the video, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like this video. Also comment down below any video suggestions that you'd like to see on my channel. Let's get into it. All right guys, before I get into the first advice, I just want to let you know that high school is nothing like you see in the movies. It's nothing like that. Now, you know, these Netflix movies like Kissing Booth, it's nothing like that. What was that? It's nothing like that. So don't think you're gonna go to high school and it's gonna be like a Netflix series or something like that. It's not, okay? So the first advice I have for you guys is to be nice to your teachers. I can't express how many times I've seen students who are just plain out rude and disrespectful to their teachers. Your teachers wake up early in the fucking morning, excuse my language, to teach you, grade papers, and they don't even get paid a good amount of money to teach you, but yet they're doing it anyway because it's their passion and it's what they want to do. And you're gonna be rude and disrespectful just to make everyone else laugh. That's not funny. And just so you know, those students who are quote-unquote class clown, you're paying attention to them, laughing at them because they're being rude to the teachers. Whole time they got straight A's and you over here laughing, paying attention to them, and you're failing. Okay, just to let you know. Advice number 2, I would say before you start high school or before the first day of school, I would advise you to go to the open house. And you might be like, oh my god, I don't want to go to open house, I'm gonna see her, I'm gonna see him. You're gonna see them at school anyways. So I would say go to open house so you can find out where all of your classes are, so that you're not lost on the first day, because you don't want to be lost. That happened to me before. I went in the wrong class. First day of school, I went to the wrong classroom. I wasn't even supposed to be in there. It wasn't even on my schedule. Just dumb. So put your schedule on your lock screen so that you're not riff-raffing through papers trying to find out where your class is. So if it's on your lock screen, you'll be able to see where your classes are and what time, so you don't end up like me. That happened to me in college too. All right, okay, so advice number 3, I would really advise you guys to do sports, like join something. You know, if it's basketball you're into, join the basketball team if you make it. If it's softball you're into, I played softball in middle school, but if it's softball you're into, do softball. If it's track, whatever you're into, try out. You might make the team, you might not, okay? But that doesn't mean you give up or anything like that, because when you do something like something after school, it'll keep you out of trouble. One, it'll look good on your college page, on your high school resume for college, and colleges like to see students who are active in extracurricular activities. They want to see that kind of stuff, and you might get a scholarship. You know, you might be good at it. You don't know yet until you try. So advice number 4, I would say, it's not really an advice, but it's like a disclaimer. But your friends that you have in middle school, they might change, okay? I'm not saying every single friend you had in middle school, because I know my brother, him and his friends have been friends since middle school, and they're still friends. And me, on the other hand, no. Okay, so I would say that your friends that you have in middle school or whatever, they might not remain your friends throughout high school. So if you were friends with Annie, and Annie decides to be friends with Lucy, does not mean that she doesn't want to be in middle school. You might have been friends since 6th grade. And as soon as you get to high school, they might change, you know. Listen, people make new friends, they're gonna meet new people, because high school it has a lot of students, unless you're at a small high school. But they're gonna make new friends, they're gonna change, you know. They're gonna, especially let's say you were friends with Annie and Annie decides to join the basketball team, she's gonna most likely be friends with those kids on the basketball team. And if you're doing softball, you're gonna most likely be friends with those kids who are in the softball team. So you're gonna make new friends and you're gonna change, you're gonna grow as a person. So don't think that just because you guys were friends in middle school, you're gonna remain friends. Okay, I would say number 5 with boys. Okay, so advice number 1, do not date upperclassmen. Okay, do not date juniors and seniors, because they only want one thing. If you're a girl and you on your way to class and you see a boy, he's like,
where you going? Oh, why you not in class?
Just keep walking. That's what I did. I just kept walking, because they don't want nothing from you. They only want one thing. They do want something from you, and that's one thing. Because listen, they can get any senior, well, if they're good looking, they can get any senior or any junior girl they want. Why are they going after a freshman? Because you're easy. They're expecting you to be easy, just a piece of cake, you know. Just pretend to like you, because they really don't. And who's to say that they haven't been with every single girl in the school and you don't know? You're just like, oh,
he likes me, girl, he likes me.
And now, because, okay, let's say you fall for his little trap. He done dated Annie, Sandy, Lucy. Now Andy, Sandy, and Lucy they gonna be hating on your little ass because you're a little freshman dating a senior. Next thing you know, you got beef with all of them, and you gotta stay away from that. You gotta stay away from the drama. Okay, in the same hand, I would say don't be scared to be friends with, you know, like, don't be scared to make friends with upperclassmen either. You know, you can stay in your lane, your little freshman lane, but you don't have to be scared of them. Because I remember my sophomore year, I was new to my high school, and I had like, before I made friends within my class, because I told you guys I went to the wrong classroom, but I stayed there the whole period, and I made friends with the upperclassmen, and they were my friends for a couple weeks until I made new friends. You feel me? All right, so don't be scared to make friends with them. They're not gonna hurt you, they're not gonna bite you. They're people. Don't be scared of people, period. All right. So make sure that your grades are on point, you know. Even if you're doing sports or whatever, you want to make sure that you have good grades, because again, you're in high school, you're going to school, whatever, middle school, whatever your school you're in, you're going to school for one freaking reason, and that's to get an education. So forget about everything else and just get your grades, get on top of your grades, you know, study, make flashcards, use Quizlet. Quizlet will be your best friend, I'm telling you, okay? So make sure that you study, make sure that you're always on top of your schoolwork, do your homework before boys. Homework before boys, homework before everything else. Make sure that you have that 4.0, okay? Because with good grades, you're gonna attract more colleges, more scholarships. The opportunities are endless. Oh, okay, I would say this, because throughout my whole high school years, I was always by myself, you know. I didn't date nobody at my high school because they crusty as fuck. But listen, throughout my whole 4 years of high school, I was always alone. Like, I'd be at lunch by myself, but it's totally fine, you know. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay. It's totally okay. So just because you see everybody clicking, they have their own little groups, and you're sitting at lunch by yourself, that's fine. You're only at school for 8 hours a day. So if you have to be by yourself, going to classes, don't have any friends like I was, it's totally fine, okay? You're not gonna die. Don't be afraid to make friends. So because listen, you might make some high school friends that you go off to college with, and you guys become lifetime besties, you know. So just don't be afraid to be alone. If making friends, it doesn't come as easy to you as it does to some, it's okay. And don't be afraid to make friends. So if you are the person who wants to make friends, who wants to put yourself out there and have a group of people that you can hang with, it's totally fine. Just make friends with the right people. So when it comes to exactly like okay, so when it comes to like making friends, you have to be selective. So you don't want to be friends with Ashley, Julie, and everybody and their mamas. You want to be selective. You know, you got to be selective with the people you let into your life, because the people you make friends with, believe it or not, will have a really big impact and influential impact on your life. Okay, you're making friends with people who smoking, doing drugs and shit. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna want to do that shit. You're gonna want to do it. You're making friends with people who go to church and Bible study and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, your friends are gonna making friends with those people. I'm not saying you have to. They're gonna influence you to want to do those things also. So who you make friends with has a huge impact on who you'll become as a person or who you are. You're making friends with the thotties, even if you're not a thot, everybody else looking in, you're a thot. Plain and simple. Okay, yeah, don't be a thot. So basically, you do not need to go to every single party. You do not need to throw that ass back on every boy at your school. Cut that shit out. It is not cute, sis. Okay?
She'll throw it back after she hit.
Huh? You do not need to be dating somebody every week. Okay? You don't need to suck everybody on the football team off. Like, seriously, all jokes aside, you do not need to be a thot for boys to like you. Okay? Because, okay, let's say you're a thot or whatnot. Guess what? No one's gonna want to have a serious relationship with you. They're gonna want one thing that you're giving out, like it's freaking, I don't know, just, you know, what you have down there is special. Okay? And your mouth too, that's all special. You don't need to be out here giving it to everybody. Okay? Because thank you, sis. Thank you. Okay. Also, you don't need to go to every party. It's okay to say no. Somebody invites you somewhere, you don't have to go. Don't feel pressured because your friends are going and you feel like you have to go. Now, if you want to go to a party, it's okay. Go to a party and hang out with your friends and that, you know, dance, but just don't be that girl that's on every single boy. Because guess what? Even if you're like, oh, I don't care what people have to say, sometimes you do. When it comes to that, you have to, because you're gonna be the girl that was at the party dancing on every guy. You're gonna be the girl that was dancing on the boy with the girlfriend, although that's on him. Now his bitch gonna have a problem with you. Okay, so choose wisely. Okay, so again, if you do make friends, I would advise you to keep your circle small. So you don't want to have 10 groups of 10 people. You don't, that's too many friends. That's just too many people, you know, because listen, all 10 of them are not gonna like you. You know, Sally and Andy, they're gonna be talking about you. Oh my god, did you see what she was wearing? Oh my god. Oh, hey girl. No, that's fake as fuck. You do not need friends like that. You don't. So keep your circle small. I was gonna say, don't be that girl that wants to fight everybody. Okay, I know some of us, our tempers are really, you know, short. If you're like me and you have a short temper, like me, I have a short temper, but I'm not gonna pop off. I'm just gonna be like, just shaking, like, but I'm not really gonna pop off because I'm like, I'm a quiet temper. I'm a quiet girl, so I'm not gonna pop off on nobody. But if you're the type to pop off, I would say walk away from the situation instead of getting up trying to fight somebody. Because listen, I don't know how your school do it, but my school, you fight, you're getting 10 days suspended. That's 10 days. Your grades are gonna drop. You know, you might have been doing good and somebody messed with you and then boom, you get in a fight. Shit happens. You know, it might not be your fault, but either way, you're gonna get suspended. Your grades are gonna fall. You're gonna flunk out. Okay, so I would say just stay out of drama. You don't need to be in drama. And if you're loud, like early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, and you're just like, oh my, I don't know, it's just some people, they just have so much energy in the morning. Like, I'm a morning person myself, but I'm not gonna be mad loud like in the morning when people, like, I used to ride the bus and you have these girls, they just loud for no freaking reason. Like, shorty, like, why are you so loud? Like, I'm the type, I'll sleep on the bus because obviously I didn't sleep the night before. But shit, like, bitches be so fucking loud for no reason. Like, sheesh. But yeah, if you're a loud mouth, nobody's gonna like you. Okay, like, don't be loud. But you have to prioritize. When it comes to dating in high school, you have to prioritize your schoolwork, your hobbies, and your boyfriend. So you want, I'm not gonna say put him last, but you have to put yourself first. Your grades should come first of all, and then he could be last. Okay, put him last. Okay, I'm not saying like don't be like, I don't know, but I would just say focus on yourself, because listen, if he's a real one, it's gonna be the same way around. You know, he's gonna want to put his schoolwork first. If it's football he plays, basketball, whatever, he's gonna put that before you, because it's high school. Okay, I don't think anyone in high school, well, some people out there, they have little high school soulmates or whatnot, but 9 times out of 10 that relationship ain't gonna last. And if it does, kudos to you. Okay, but 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna last. Okay, so don't put that person first, because listen, you put them first, you don't put your education first, and you end up putting your boyfriend first, he can leave you, but guess what, your diploma, that shit ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. But he can leave, he could decide to leave you any day, but your education, your knowledge, it's not going anywhere. So I would just say make the best out of high school. You know, have fun, make friends, enjoy it. You only get those 4 years one time. Go to prom, go to your field trips, whatever. Just enjoy it and make the best of it and get that diploma and go to college. Oh, another thing, start thinking about your major really early, you know, and like make sure it's something you really want to do, because you don't want to go to school, take out some loans, and then end up changing your major. You know, make sure it's something you really want to do. Start looking at colleges that you want to go to. Do that stuff very early so that you're on top of your shit. Just be on top of your shit, you know. Be that person who wants to succeed so bad that you think about it consistently and you even cry about it. Okay, just be that person and everything else will fall into place. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.